Good day, good day, good day. Welcome back to another lesson. Today we're looking at factorization. Factorization, the first part of factorization will be the common factor. Factorizing using the common factor. So just a quick recap, you would have done something like this when you were simplifying prior. And how do we simplify this? So basically, by simplifying, we're just removing the brackets by distributing the product here. Right. 2p times 3p. So the numbers, the coefficient 2p times 3p. 2 times 3 is 6. P times p is 6 squared. 2 times the negative. 2 times 2 is 4p. So we will now just be moving backwards, something like that. So that's what we were doing when you factorize. It's when you have something like this, having to reverse it to that one with the brackets. So let's look at example number 1 of factorizing using common factor. So whenever we have a common factor, we just need to find a number or something in common in two terms. So the first one being, so let's just say 2p minus 8. Right, 2p minus 8, factorize this. So two terms, it's 2p, this is the first term, and 8 is the second term. What is common there? We know that the highest common value, highest common factor between these two for 2 and for 8. The factors of 2, it's 1 and 2. Factors of 8, it's 1, 2, 4, and 8. So the highest common one is 2. So that's what's common in those two. So we take out the common factor 2. And then here, 2p divided by 2 is just p. Meaning, if you take the 2 out of this common factor, you'll be left with the p. Minus sign, because we're taking out the positive sign, the negative stays the same. And then within the 8, we have 2 times 4, or we say 8 divided by 2 is 4. Another way of looking at this is that within the 8, there's 2 times 4, and you take out the 2 as the common factor, you left with the 4, which gives us this answer here, 2 open bracket p minus 4. We've now factorized that. So let's have a look at example number 2. Example number 2. We have x open bracket x plus 1 minus 2 x plus 1. So in this case, we have common brackets. The x plus 1 is on the first term, and the x plus 1 is also on the second term there. So we have the common brackets. So now, with those common brackets, what is common in those two brackets? X plus 1 is common on both sides. So we take out the common factor. So because these are factors, the common one in these two is x plus 1. That is the common factor. So when you take the x plus 1 out as a common factor, you are left with just this x here. So it's x minus this minus here. Again, you take out the x minus 1 here as it was a common factor within the first step there. So when that one is gone out, we are left with the 2. So this is the factorization of this example here. Let's have a look at example number 3. Let's see how that goes. Example number 3. We have 2x minus 3 minus x, 3 minus x. Okay, here we have 2 open bracket x minus 3 minus x open bracket 3 minus x close bracket. We can tell here that these are similar. They're not the same, but they're just similar. The only difference on the second bracket is that the 3 is positive, the x is negative, whereas on the other side, it's the same thing, but just different terms. All right? It's just the same thing with just different terms. So let's have a look at, oh no, there's a highlighter. 2x minus 3 minus x plus 3. So we can see that the only difference in these two is the sign. So let's first remove the negative sign, so in order for us to change these two signs. So when we remove the negative, we multiply it by the front there. Negative times the negative here will be a plus. Then we've now removed the negative sign. So basically, to remove the negative sign, you just have to fix the order, you just have to change the sign of the outer term. Yeah, just change the sign, and then you flip these two into a plus and a minus respectively. So we now have common brackets. So these are now just common brackets, and then there we have it. X minus 3 and x minus 3. So now it's a nice beautiful bracket, common factors, because they are now common to each other. So now let's factorize now. X minus 3 is the common factor, so when we take that out, we left with the 2 here plus the x. So that is the factorization of this example here. We are done for now. See you on the next video. Remember, learning never ends. See you on the next video.